Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Dust Place City Skylines, where we are building the city of Lortinton. Now, at the moment we've got a lot of unused land, and we need about another 7,000 people to actually expand this city. So, our people started looking at what is going on with this undeveloped land between Masontown and Lortinton, and on the other side of this this landfill area. And a lot of people said, you know what, we want to live here by this dam. There's a nice little beach here, and it's close to the railway line, so we can actually build a railway station here and transport our people freely through the city. And Mason and Lawton said, listen, this is James' gang. If we do this, you know that this is going to be in your way to get there. All these landfill sites. And they said, no, that's fine. We'll actually, we don't mind them. And with time, maybe we'll just sculpt it. But, I mean, they don't mind it, and they're willing to purchase the land on that side. So, they decided they'll just upgrade some of the roads. And then start building their town on this side of the city. And we're like, all the concerns were met with decent reactions of, no, but if this happens, we'll do this. If this happens, we'll do that. So Lawton and Mason and Maynard and everybody just accepted what they were saying, and that was the end of it. So the first thing they said was, okay, in order for us to do anything of this sort, we'll have to have first a rail station, and to get people moving from one side of the city to the other. And so they started off with that, getting a rail station. With that, they said, and the people come in, they will need buses to go around, and we want to make this a very happy place to be at. And Mr. Lawton was like, but what about our water pumps? And they said, no, don't worry about that. Eventually you can move them out in front of the city. And that is how it went. Just James had an answer for every single question that was posed to him. And these people were fancy. They wanted fancy roads, dotted with trees every now and then, and they wanted grass covered roads. And people were wondering, can people park on these roads? And the answer was, we'll see what happens. If they can't, they can't. If they can, they can. And that was the way with these people. They wanted to build a town of their own and just explore what they have. So they were looking at these connections, and they said, no, we don't really like the way that it looks. We want smooth connections even yet. So they're spending quite a lot of money to make it look the way that they want it. That can stay. That will actually be a nice feature in the future. Actually, they came through and they said, you know what, we're going to put a path in there right now. And that's what they did. They put in their path. Like that. And like that. And like that. So they've got a nice little weird path going on there. They don't mind that. They like it. And they said, we'll have plant some trees here next to the road over there, and we'll just have grass on this side. That side has grass, and that's just how they went. Just grass over there as well. And they decided they're not going to do the complex thing that was done, or the circle thing that was done. Um, they want something different. Now, it's strange, what is something different from that? I don't think there is. But they want to do something different, so they'll try and do like weird cul-de-sac grid type things. So they'll have like very strange roads coming out of their initial main road. And these roads will just literally just plonk down. They've got their grid separation, sure, but it's also it's strange roads. These people wanted to do something entirely different to what is being done in Lortinton itself. So they've got weird connections going on all over the place. They've got different angled roads going across, and curved roads going across, and then other roads coming out meeting those curved roads, and then curving outwards, and straight roads going around a curve, then going straight again. So they were literally experimenting with what they can do regarding their roads in their little village. And so Lorton was like, "What are you doing? Look at that. What is that supposed to be?" And they said, "No, it's art. It's art." So Mr. Lorton just accepted it as that and told them, "Okay, well, remember you need a couple of services in there, and that is the main thing. You can have that as long as you have your hospital, the police station, and all that jazz." So I said, "Oh, okay, we'll start with the landfill site, and we'll start with it right where this mound is, so that way, you know, it's right outside the city, and we continue filling up." Actually, I said, "You know what? We're not even going to build it like that. We'll put it behind that first hill. That way it's close to the city, but it's not part of the city." And Mr. Lawton was like, "Oh wow, these guys they are strange, but they are doing their thing." So there we've got our weird, I don't even know what this is. This is literally just plumping down of roads. Okay. But these guys, they've got their thing going. So they decided, you know, you go around like this, and like this, and like this, and like this, get their water sorted, and then eventually they'll get their electricity sorted as well. There we go. So this will be Jamestown, called Jamestown because of Jesse the James, who is living here, or who is starting this entire settlement area. And they looked over there and they said, "Mr. Maynard, there's a bunch of oil and trees on this side. Once we expand here, would you mind setting up some industries for us?" And Mr. Maynard said, "I'll look into the idea. I'm not quite sure what to do about you yet, but I'll look into it." And they also decided that they want their power cables to run behind the city. They don't want it in plain sight. I don't have anything against it, and Mr. Mason was telling them, "Listen, power cables are some of your most important things in your city. And they said, yeah, we understand that. We just don't want to see it that much. So, understanding the responsibility, or showing that they understand the responsibility to Mr. Mason, he let them off the hook. So they put their substation down, close that up. Oh wow, and we don't have enough electricity in our city anymore, so let's pop 2 oil plants down here, and Mr. Lorton actually told Mr. Blumar, listen, we absolutely need a better electrical solution for our problems. And they said, we are working on it, we will get there eventually. Okay, so and put fencing around our substation in this time. And these people say, no, we'll have a community school with an Institute of Creative Arts and a Modern Technology Institute behind that. And that's how they started off their city. They had a fire station and a police headquarters close to the railway line, and then they started telling people they can move in. Well, not, yeah, they started marketing, but they haven't started an actual move. They wanted a few warehouses at first. That is one of the first things they had to do. So they selected their industries, warehouses, and put some small warehouses in the train station area, right, 2 of them. And they said this will be general goods. That's it. And then they said to the people, okay, come on, move in. We've got fantastic views of the water. We'll have some high density around there, and we'll have some parks dotted around this area. So this will be a high density. Actually, let's do this whole area over here high density with offices at the back. Then we've got some more commercial going on there. We'll have a park, and we'll have a small playground close to the school, and a dog park over there. And that's how this all started out, with Jesse James and the gang, and an idea of a city by the lake. And they are quite enjoying themselves setting up this place. Mason's men working around the clock to get this area set up. But they enjoyed this project. Not every day you get to experience people who are thinking of almost everything except hospitals. They've got their hospital, and they'll have a public swimming pool close to the ocean. Not the ocean, but to the large pond lake. And that's how they started this. They'll have a yoga garden back there, and continue zoning the residential areas. Okay, and that's how this all started. So now they said, okay, we are ready for our railway connection now. So they started off, dropped that one there, and then they said, well, you know, you don't want to upset too much of this roller system you've got on there. So we'll just do this. And so okay, fine, that's good, that's good. And we'll pop it in from there to there and back again. So that is what they did, and Mr. just started filling in. Now we are losing a considerable amount of money. I'm thinking that yes, the ore has run out in Maynard mine, so we'll have to level out and swap around some of our mining areas. Let's put our road guidelines on, and we can set this one right here, and it'll mine for a little while. Let's have a look at our other areas. This one can swap over to over here, mine out that area, and we can shave off some of this land over here. And then dump our soil by the soil dumping yards. Like such. And then we can shave off some more land. And that's starting to open up the area to here. So eventually this whole hill will be mined away. So let's just level out the rest of these places, and then shave off some more. As you can see, we can shave off more areas without the need to go dump. Let's go dump this again. There we go. And let's have a look at our resources. So we can have a mine against this, and we can extend this to our just our normal quarries. Now let's see, do we have another mine? We do. It doesn't have water. So let's connect up our water around here, and we want to put off road guidelines. And that's the thing, eventually we will want to take out away every single piece of this industry. So that one will be there, that one will be there, and this power is disconnected. We have to connect that up. And this one will come down here and sit against this mound, mining that away. Now we can also just put a road in here, and we can pop out our ore grinding mill to there. Okay, and this one can come up slightly to there. Let's have a look at our resources. Should keep us sustained for a little while longer. This one also doesn't have electricity, so let's just get barracks going on this side, right there. There we go. So there, our mining corporation is continuing. Let's have a look at our trains. It's busy trains, delivering materials and destroying our traffic. Well, we're still at 92%, that's not too bad. So how is Jamestown doing? Jamestown. That's what we're seeing. Okay, so it is filling up quite nicely. We've got some high-rises going, we've got some shops and malls, we've got our trash, we don't have this, so we'll pop this right there. We've got our fire coverage, we've got police coverage, we do have our education, railways, parks and unique buildings. We'll start doing that shortly. So let's have a look at our economy. Let's try and see why this stuff is bouncing around like this. So we don't have loans. Weekly policy expenses is 2,000. Our trash is one of the most expensive, and this is the most expensive part, is our public transport. So we are bringing in some money, tuition fees, our industry is at 40,000. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so let's have a look at our land values. Wow. Just like that, it's just jumped up. Jumped sky high. So these are now empty, and we'll start moving them around. No, this is not the height of realism, but it is just so we can do our upgrades. So we'll just pop it down over there. So we'll need to upgrade this to a 2-lane road, or 4-lane road, sorry. Yes, just to help out with some of the traffic. Yeah. And then we can pop them back on this road. One there, one there, one over here, and the other one over here, and we'll start filling up once more. There we go. We remove all our trees, we did, and I can't remember which trees we had in here, but let's do this. We'll pop in some of these oaks. Some nice oak trees. There we go. And we'll stop emptying that one. I don't think we actually need an intersection there. We'll just stop give these people a stop and a bypass. And perhaps we'll give them a double-lane road from here to there, just for that duration. Let's just make sure that our junctions are not messed up. Okay, there we go. Alright. I'm thinking that can work quite nicely. These people also need a turn off, but we'll worry about that later. So, our city is looking good. Our railway lines are working nicely. Let's have a look at our traffic over here. It should actually have cleared up there. Yeah, it did. So most traffic is just in this area over here. You can actually give them another road access over here. Another road of access. Yeah, it's going down to there and over to there. That'll just give them a bit more freedom to move around. And we'll connect up this one to up there. And we might want to upgrade this if we can. Oh, we can. Alright, that's good. So this upgrades, and then the people can come in and do their work here. That's nice. And that alleviates some of our traffic problems. So we've got 90% traffic. And our industries are still ongoing. We've got our ores being mined and metals being produced, so that we can continue production at the Winox Industrial Park doing steel work, and we've got furniture and that coming in. Let's have a look. This is basically all of it is coming from out of town. Anyway, so we've got tourists and people using our public rail systems. So that's 809 people, 1,200, so that's almost 2,000, almost 2,500 people using our transit systems. Let's have a look at who's using what. So over here we've got 144 passengers using this bus line, and I'm thinking we need more buses over here, a lot more buses. So let's have like, it's 7 buses. It's a short route. We don't have too much traffic on this route, so it won't take too long. We can maybe just move the stop up a bit, so it doesn't impact our traffic too much. So we'll drag the stop to move stop to there, so that the people don't line up in the center of the square. And let's give that a while to see how that actually affects our people. So already it looks like there are less people at the stop. There's 106 people here, and our buses are delivering them to the other stop. We can actually have, that should be fine. So 7 times 30 is what? It's a lot. And every time we have a train come in, it's almost 200 people. We'll have 8 buses, maybe even 9. So they are delivering people here for the train, and then they are picking up people that are needing to go into town. And I'll like to have like one more bus here, because we have a lot of people coming to and from this place, and we already almost have 1,000 people using our bus lines now. So that's 9 buses. That's looking quite alright to me. So this one is a train to Memoria, if I'm not mistaken. No, this is not Memoria. This is Sunset Mall. Train to Sunset Mall. Okay, that's great, and we are losing money like mad. Oof. And I don't know what to do to fix it. I honestly don't. Let's just see if we can actually do something with our budget here. So we have 27,000 on our medical. That is way too much. Let's just bring it down and see if we can. So that looks a lot better. It's almost 30,000 a week, and that should help us ever so slightly. Let's have a look at other transit lines. So we've got that train station. Do we have our Jamestown train set up? Passenger system set up? No, we don't. We don't have bus systems over here. So let's put a bus line right there, going to it's going to stop over here and then head right back. And then we'll put another bus line on the opposite side. So we'll start it there. We'll stop it just a ways on, and come over and round and up and complete the line like that. Now I'm wondering why these people died. There's no reason for them to die. Perhaps you should actually have a graveyard or cemetery or some sort here. There's our cemetery. They should go pick up the people. Okay, so we are looking at our transit systems. So the high-rise park one is busy, but we don't have too much people waiting at stops, and that's what we want. The intracity bus, it's not too much. You can actually bring this down at ways to about 5 buses, because we do have a lot more trains and things running around at the moment, so that is good. So our money is sitting about 8.8 million, and yeah, we need to expand this more and more and more, and this is soon to be removed. This is empty, so we can start removing this area from our city. So remove this, remove this, remove this, and all of this has to be removed. Substations, and this line can then be removed. Yes, that line cannot be removed, and actually that line can be removed because it's just coming to this side, and we can open up this space once more. Okay, and then we can remove the Maynard Oil Company from our industrial area. There we go. And these two, they are done. They are done and dusted. So we've just lost a major income, but we have trees here. So Maynard, why don't you just leave the roads and have trees? And a lot of people are dying in the city. I'm wondering why. Why are people dying? It's a massive death wave. So yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching another episode of Dustblaze City Skylines. And I'll see you guys next time.